This is Bruce Bishop for ChronicleT.com, and once again, we're here with Tim Alcorn from AM 930 WEOL. Well, we're not even going to talk about last week because there is so much to talk about with this week.
There sure is. I mean, how about the fact that Lorain County has 6 football teams that are advancing to postseason play starting on Friday night? It's such a cool accomplishment for the area. 3 are going to play on Friday, 3 are going to play on Saturday. And really, the cool thing is 2 of the teams have never made the playoffs before, that being Keystone and Lorain. What a great job Rob Clerico has done over at Keystone, getting his team to the playoffs. After a couple of years ago, they were an 0-10 football team. And I've talked with these video clips and on WEOL about the great job Dave McFarland has done at Lorain. He gets them to the playoffs in his very first year as the head coach of the Titans. A remarkable job, and of course they are now in postseason for the first time ever. So congratulations to all 6 teams, and for the 2 teams that are making their very first appearance, an extra tip of the cap. It really, really is cool.
So let's look at who's got the uphill climb here, and who do you think is going to hopefully kind of roll through the weekend?
Well, the good news is we've got 6 teams in the playoffs. So right off the top of my head, we've got Midview at home on Friday night, but then the other 5 teams are all on the road. Keystone, who I alluded to earlier, they're at Bellevue on Friday night. The other game on Friday night involving a Lorain County team, Avon taking on Highland, that game being played at North Royalton High School. And then the 3 games on Saturday, all 3 Lorain County teams are on the road. Elyria at St. Ignatius, Columbia will be going out to Huron, and Lorain, who I alluded to earlier, they've got a long ride and a very tough opponent in taking on Menor. So I'm not sure, Bruce, if anybody really has an easy way coming up this weekend. 5 teams are on the road, so that's difficult enough as it is. And of course, when you get to the playoffs, everybody is very, very good. So we may be sitting here on Monday going, boy, all the Lorain County teams are done. Let's hope that's not the case. But certainly they all have very difficult challenges ahead of them, including Midview. They're a 10-0 football team. They're the number 1 seed in their region. Walsh Jesuit is a very, very good football team. That region that Midview is in, along with Avon, is absolutely loaded. I know we talked about this a couple of weeks ago during this video clip. It's a great region. Midview will have a very, very difficult opponent on Friday night with Walsh Jesuit coming down to Midview High School.
You know, one of the things we talked about earlier is the possibility of a very special matchup if things fall the right way.
Yeah, if Midview were to beat Walsh Jesuit and Avon were to knock off Highland on Friday night, you would indeed have the rematch of Midview and Avon, probably the best game that was played in Lorain County this year. Now, I'm a little bit biased. I called that game on WEOL, but it was a phenomenal atmosphere. It was a great football game down at Midview. I think it was week 5, and I know every fan in Lorain County would love to see a rematch between the Middies and the Eagles. Of course, they each have to get by their first-round opponent this week, with Midview taking on Walsh and Avon playing Highland. The coaches don't even want to think or talk about a rematch, but boy, we can certainly hope and pray that it happens next Friday night. That would be a blast.
Yeah, I don't think we have a stadium big enough in the county to hold the fans.
That's been talked about. Where would they play that game if it does indeed happen? Because if it's a nice weather night, aside from the fact that it would be Midview and Avon, they would sell a lot of tickets for the Middies and the Eagles. But that's a potential for week 12. Let's worry about week 11 right now.
And you know, segue time. You said weather.
Here we go. I mean, it's playoff time, so you can't guarantee perfect, November nights, beautiful autumn weather when it gets to the playoffs. My understanding is the forecast isn't the best for Friday or Saturday, but you know what? It's Northeast Ohio. A lot of these games are on turf, so you may not end up with, mud bowl type of scenarios, but the weather could play a factor. But hey, both teams have to play in it no matter what the game is. And certainly the circumstances are such that both teams are good enough that they should be able to overcome any sort of weather obstacles. So, hey, let's tee it up. Let's kick it off. Let's have a lot of fun this weekend. And again, congratulations to 6 Lorain County teams. That's very cool.
That sounds good. And listen, one more time, because there's so much going on. One more time, the plug on the games on the UL.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to do that.
You're my buddy.
We are going to have all 6 games live. Either on the radio station or on the website. Friday night on the radio on WEOL. I'll be doing the play-by-play for that Midview Walsh Jesuit game. And then on WEOL.com on our website, we'll have Keystone at Bellevue, and also on Friday night on WEOL.com, Avon versus Highland. And then Saturday night on the radio, it will be Elyria versus St. Ignatius. Again, I'll have the play-by-play of that one on the radio and on our website. And then 2 additional games on WEOL.com. Lorain at Mentor, we'll have that game on the website. We'll also have Columbia at Huron on the website. So it worked out perfectly for us. 3 games Friday, 3 games Saturday. We'll have them all covered live via the radio and via WEOL.com.
And of course, lots of pictures and stories in the Chronicle. So
plug yourself as well,
plug,
Bruce.
plug.
There you go. Yes, we will have it covered between the radio station and the newspaper.
That's awesome. All right, Tim. Well, hopefully we're back one more week talking about a bunch of teams moving forward.
Let's hope so. Good luck to all 6 teams. Let's hope we can sit here on Monday going, wow, 6 for 6. That'd be great. And of course, that would mean that Midview Avon rematch. But it's going to be a fun weekend, no doubt.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Bruce.